Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in a second. All right. Let's get the party started here. All right. Let's put the camera on and share the screen and get everything going. I'm a little bit early today. There we go. And there we go. Good morning, everybody. Hello there. Let me change this to my name, Roger Scott. There we go. Ah, perfect. And now let's say hello to everybody, and we'll be starting. Hey, Brian, good morning to you. Hey, Yuri, hello there. Ivano, Catherine, RBX, Brian. Good, 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 good. I'm glad your dad got you hooked up with us. I'm hoping that you're getting some value out of it. And if you have any questions, your dad knows my email address, roger@rogerscott.com. Hey, Gregory, Walter, Arnolfo, um, Dave, is it Dave? Dave. Hey, Dave. Bill, good morning. Javad, Keith, Robert, Vertuvian. Hey, Fred, good to see you. And thank you for the Australia stuff. I do appreciate it. Joan, Richard, Jesse, Art, Bullwriter, Rick, Bernie, Karen. Karen the Shark is here. Very good. Hefe, Devin, Eduardo, Johnny, Warren, Michael, Richie. Good morning, Richie. I thought you were catching a plane. Maybe Maybe I'm confused. Stephen, Dave, I'll look at again. Uh, Monday mornings are usually a little hectic for me. Gregory, Walter, Arnolfo, Dave, Bill, Javad, Keith, Robert, Vertuvian, Joan, Richard, Jesse, Art, Bullwriter, Rick, Bernie, Karen, Hefe, Eduardo, Johnny, Michael, Richie, Omar. Good morning, Omar. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Mr. $5 million man. Stephen, Dave, Stephen, Nathan. Good morning, Nathan. Rihanna, Sandra, good morning to you. Happy Monday, everybody. SJL is here. Sorry, I don't know your name, so I can't get any more personal than that. Wesley's here. Tom, Moondog is there. Sergey's here. We got Gregory. We got Dave. We got Wade. We got Brendan. We got, uh, who is that? Jody. Jody. Hey, Jody. We got George. We got John. We got Leo. We got Charlie. We got Dr. Luke. We got a lot of people here is what we're getting. Let me just go up. Dr. Luke, we got Ruth, we got Randy, we got Delbert, Stacy, Roddy. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in a minute. I came here a little bit early so I could spend a little more time with you. We got Pete, we got RP from Costa Blanca, we got Doug, we got Dave, we got Deanna, we got Krish, Minnesota Matt, we got Palmer, we got Al, we got Henry, we got Steve, we got Steven, we got Frank, Next Gen, we got Linda, Harry, Adrian, Krish, Next Gen, Mark, James, William. Hey, William. I was watching Landman last night with my wife. I was thinking about you. What a great show, right? Mike, Bob, the sassy trainer, Tenia's here. Piet de Brock from the Netherlands is here. Frex is here. Ivan's here. Ralph is here. Hopiumatic. Mr. Bob. Hey, Bob. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope things are getting better. I hope your dad's feeling better. Brass, Sylvia, Scampy. Uh, got a lot of people here. Brass, Sylvia, Scampy, Donger, Don, making things up. Cheese Crate Trader, Prep Nuts, Prep Nuts. Turn on close. Oh yeah, closed captions. Shoot, I forgot about that. Yes, I just turned on closed captions. Okay. Yeah, you should. You should. You know what? Let me. Hold on. Let me unshare and then do it the right way. Hold on. I know that a lot of you guys like the closed captions. Okay, there they are. Let me share my screen again. Okay, there we go. Now we have captions. Sorry about that. You got to remind me sometimes. I do forget. Okay, now we should have captions. We got Scampy, Don, Cheese Grade Trader, Prep Nuts, Mary, Mark, Kurt, Genevieve, Richard, Alpha Diaz. We got James, Kathleen. Yes, Kathleen, Laura, Raj, Greg, Pete. Good morning, Peter. I hope you're having a good next 2 weeks with the holidays. Illinois Grain Farmer, Flying Ronan, Anu Kumar is here, Diamond Jen, Shamens, Duzzy, Jacques, Jason. Good morning, Jacques Cousteau. Adam, Mr. Eagle Beagle, Steve, Rebecca, Harold, Matt. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, real quick before we begin, thank you for being here, everybody. Yes, Eagle Beagle is definitely in the house. Please make sure you go to the gearbox right here. You see how it gets me on auto? Get off auto and go to 1080p. If you're on automatic or if you're wireless, it'll auto gives them a license to downgrade, play with your speed. Don't do that. Watch this in 1080p. You'll get a lot more value out of it, okay? I promise you. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, RD9523. 1080p. 1080p. And while you're there, if this is helpful to you, and please don't, I'm not going to twist your arm, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and you'll be notified as soon as a new video comes out. And I do videos every day at 8 o'clock and at noon, and I'm on for over 1 hour. And also, just wanted to tell you that Baby Louie and Bonnie say hello. That's Bonnie, actually. That's one of my Persians. He's the guru of the week, okay? I think we've been picking on Clyde long enough, so we'll pick on Bonnie this week. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Also, let me give you a link for Customer Service Live and the Cam and Gustavo show. Today, I will be talking about day trading. I'll be talking about our platform for day trading. It's a really good platform. I'll be talking about how to use the oscillator and how to use all three things combined. We will be talking about that, and I may even give you some S&P 500 trades intraday. But it'll be a very interesting session. Let me just make a little note here for myself. 1 second. Bear with me. That's why I came here early so that we don't have to waste time, that we can actually start and get things done. Just bear with me for 1 second. I promise I'll give you a session you won't regret. Day trading today in the VIP room. Combine 3 indicators for synergy. How to use levels. Deep dive into market internals. So, folks, today I will also talk about market internals. Market internals you should be using for everything you do. Omar uses the market internals for the pit trades. Market internals is to tell you what the market's doing. So you could use market internals for everything, even if you're not day trading. So today I'll be talking about the Master Blaster Oscillator. Yes, the Master Blaster Oscillator. I'll be talking about how to combine 3 indicators for day trading to give you synergy. How to use my intraday levels. I know a lot of folks have been asking me about how to use my intraday levels. We're going to be talking about that today. And I'll do a deep dive into market internals and volatility and tell you when you should use options and when you should use the underlying asset. And actually, this week is a perfect example for that, okay? Good morning, Frank, Jeff, Louis, retired surveyor, Dave, Alan, Carla, Mike, Bob. Good morning, everybody. Bobby, Yakov. Good morning, Yakov. Good to see you. Good to see you. Paul, William, everybody who's coming in right now. Good morning. Here's the link for the VIP room at noon today. If you guys are interested in day trading or learning how to use market internals for swing trading, which is very valuable, I highly recommend you watch it. So whether you day trade or not, this will be very useful for gauging intraday price movement. All right. So just heads up. And here's the link to Customer Service Live. I don't know what Cam and Goose are going to be talking about today, so maybe they can share and let us know. All right, it's time to talk about the market. Wow, I'm actually a little bit early in terms of that. All right, so let's get into it right now. So NASDAQ is up really good right now, really good. This is definitely not random. This is a very bullish move to start the day. And that's very, very nice to see. We need to see that. Also, I want to remind you, okay, Japan is closed, okay? We have earnings are ending this week. We're running out of catalysts as far as the market. We're now looking ahead to the Fed, which is just reopening right now, and to whether they're going to lower rates or not. And I think they will. I think there's too much pressure on them to do so, and I think ultimately they are political. But my point is this: Mondays during holiday weeks, I would be very, 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 very cautious. I would be very, 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 very cautious. And I'll get into all of that in a bit. We'll talk about that. Yeah, if you guys like to day trade or want to use market internals for swing trading, today's the day. Today in the VIP room, we're going to be talking about that. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Virtuvian. Good morning, Acme football kicker, Santiago, Brian. Good morning. Good morning. Brian says Fed data today, the September retail report, wholesale focus. Is that coming out today? Really? I'm not sure if it is, Brian. It would be nice if it was, but I think that's coming out for September. That would be great if it's coming out today. We'll find out in a minute. But I like what I'm seeing here so far. As far as earnings, let me give you guys this. This is earnings. These are all the earnings reports that are coming out this week. Cam is in Austin this week, had a rough trip, and will take today off. We'll be back tomorrow. Oh, cool. Very nice. Very nice. That's the link for the earnings doc, and I'll also post it in the Telegram channel for you guys, okay? This is all the earnings, okay? Earnings this week. So you can see we don't have really anything major, huge today, although we got a lot of stuff. Tomorrow we got Bob Adele, SZ, we got Deere, we got a lot of things tomorrow coming in. So maybe we'll have some time spreads today. We'll see. I know folks love the time spreads. The bond market. Let's talk about the bond market. The bond market's coming up. This is good. We are not breaking the neckline. We are not breaking the neckline as of yet. But what we are doing is we're hitting the 50-day moving average, as you could see right here. See that? So we got three things here. We have my line, my resistance line right here at 90. We have the 50-day moving average, and we have the quarter to date VWAP. Okay, we have three things here. Three, not one, not two. We have three resistance here. We really desperately need to break through this before the Fed announces their announcement. Okay, we need to move up here. This will go a long ways to deterring a breakdown of this head and shoulders. We need to get back above this area right here. You see that? If we start coming down right now, and again, we're at resistance and we're tipping. Look at what happened. We went up right up to this level. We upticked this morning, and then we came right off, which is not a great sign. You see how this is going up? This is helping the stock market go up the last couple of days. Okay. It needs to go higher. If this starts cooling off, it'll decrease the odds that the Fed is going to lower rates. We went from 97% to 47% back to 75% right now. This is really important to the market. So what I really need to see today, at some point today, is this bar breaking through this level. If we don't see this breaking through this level, or at least staying near this area, or like glued to this area, it's going to start coming off. And if it starts coming off, it's going to put pressure on the market once again. And I hope you guys are all hearing what I'm saying, because it's pretty important. It's pretty important, okay? So keep an eye on this. This is very important right now, and we want TLT to get above 90 as fast as possible. We want this to continue, because look, if it just continues grinding like this, it's just going to confirm the shoulder. We don't want it to confirm the shoulder. We want it to break this pattern, and in order for us to break this pattern, we got to get out of this pattern, which means going up, so that I could say, hey guys, we're not, the head and shoulders nowhere there. This is the head and shoulders, and we're breaking the shoulder up. So we may be having a second top versus a head and shoulders. So again, I can't predict and I don't know, but I'm letting you know that we have three resistance areas here, including the the quarter to date VWAP, the 50-day moving average, and this ugly line that I drew. And you guys know my ugly lines work pretty darn well. And I drew this a long time for you ago for you. We need to let me delete this. We really need to we really need to break above here. We need to break above. We need to be here. We don't want to end up here. We want to end up here. Okay. All right. US dollar. US dollar is consolidating. It's creating a little baby flag. I don't know if this is going to be meaningful or not, but this is our economy right here. So far, it's looking okay. I'm not going to make too much out of it as long as we don't break down and come back to the 200. If this is just a false breakout and if we come back here, we're going to have a lot more uncertainty. And I don't know if that's going to happen. Hey, Herb, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. But something you need to pay very close attention to. So this could be just a consolidation with another leg up. We don't know. It's a little too early. We still have the 8-day EMA. So I wouldn't be making too much out of this just yet. I would just kind of let's see what happens, and let's see if we could stay in this area right here. Okay, if we can't stay in this area, if we move up, that's great. If we start moving down again, and if the bond market starts moving down, it's not going to be good. It's going to be more uncertainty for America. Okay. And folks, please don't get into the fundamentals with me because I'm reading the price action. That's all I'm doing right now. Okay. Which will serve you well. Gold's doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think gold is waiting to see what happens to the US dollar in the bond market. Gold is doing absolutely nothing. By the way, I had a really good class with Jeff Smith on, not Jeffrey, Jeff Smith on Saturday about gold, and I actually learned quite a bit. I didn't know that a lot of global markets are expecting gold to, or like Goldman and a lot of international markets have a huge price target on gold, 6,000, 8,000 over the next couple of years. So there's a lot of speculation built into the market right now. And the fact that we've been going sideways this long without breaking down is also pretty positive. The key is we're right at the 50-day moving average and the year-to-date VWAP, very similar to where we are. Hold on a second. Very similar to where we are with the bond market, just on the other side of it. But we are right at the VWAP here. You could see right. You could see we're right at the VWAP and the 50 days. So this is either going to hold and bring us back up, and I think it will if interest rates start cooling off a little bit, and if the U.S. dollar cools off, it should give gold a little more bite. If the U.S. dollar goes up, it may put a little bit of impact on the U.S. dollar. Remember, gold is priced in U.S. dollars. So if the U.S. dollar goes down, it's cheaper you're paying less dollars for gold. And if the US dollar goes up, you're paying more dollars for gold. So keep an eye on it. But the fact that this US dollar's been doing all of this and gold's been kind of just sitting on the sidelines, it's a pretty good indication. Pretty good indication. Yeah, he's awesome. He's very good. Jeff is very good. That's the only reason why I decided to do the webinar with him, because he really knows what he's talking about when it comes to gold and commodities. I'm very selective with who I do webinars with this. I don't want to promote people who are just promoting things for the sake of promoting things. Crude oil. Crude oil is coming down. We're breaking this level. That's not a good sign. Okay. And I'll explain to you why. Crude oil is not coming down because we have too much supply. Crude oil is coming down because we're seeing a slowdown in the economy. When we broke this level right here, that was a major breakdown. And when we broke this level, that's a breakdown too. I mentioned to you that I think if we break down, we're going to go weaker. We're going to come down to this level. This is really good for negotiations between Ukraine and Russia. This puts Russia in a pickle. They're not making money below $60 on oil. But again, this is not a really bullish for the economy. When oil comes down, that's a sign of lack of a slowdown in the economy. Remember that. Remember that. And right now, we're not in summer, so this is not good. This is not good at all. There were several clues here, including lower highs, and I mentioned this to you several times. The fact that we've been trading below the 200-day moving average, the fact that we've been trading below the 100 and the 50. This is not a good trend. But we want crude oil to go down for the right reasons. It's not going down for the right reasons right now. Okay. Is the seminar with Jeff Smith still available? I'm not sure, William. I would call customer service. I'm pretty sure you can get it. Just call customer service. I did it with him on Friday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a replay. Just reach out to customer service. Okay. All right. You know what I'll do? I'll hold on a second. I'll ask them for a link and I'll ask them to, and I'll post it on my Telegram channel. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. Okay. I just asked them for a replay link. Okay. So as soon as I get a replay link, I'll post it in my Telegram channel for you guys. Okay. I did. I did it on Saturday. I did, Gregory. I did it on Saturday with Jeffrey. Folks are asking for a replay. So I'm saying I just asked them for it. And as soon as I get it, I'll post it in my Telegram channel. Okay. All right. So I don't like crude oil. And more importantly, I don't like the reason why crude oil is going down. Because remember, folks, if economy expands, you have more business. Remember what happened with COVID, crude oil during COVID? If you don't remember, look it up. Businesses closing, economy slowing down, crude oil crashes. Crude oil is not going down for the right reason right now. Economy is slowing down. So which is not great. And again, good for negotiations with Russia, bad for global markets. But I'm expecting crude oil to go down, especially if the U.S. dollar starts coming off a little bit more. Yeah, no problem, Adam. I didn't know that people. I didn't know that others wanted to see it, but I'll gladly repost it for you as soon as I get it from them. I'm sure they already have a replay of it. Okay. Uh, we talked about gold. We talked about crude oil. China, it looks like it bottomed out here. It doesn't look like it wants to go down anymore, at least for now. The next question is what will happen after it bounces? I want to see China above the 100-day moving average. I want this pinched. This is a good start, but it's just a good start. First of all, we need to get back above this level right here. We need to get, this is a V here. We need to get, this V needs to get above this level right here. And we do need China to go up. We do need China to go up. Yeah, I'll as soon as I get it, Adam, Eagle Beagle. As soon as I get it, I will. So I think China is about to turn higher. We need to see this 100-day broken and this line broken, and ideally, we want to go above the 15-day EMA. You know what? I'm going to raise this just a hair. Yeah, there we go. We want this to be right at the 15 days. So we want the index. We want China to get above 40. Okay, we want China to get above 40. And we want the bond TLT to get above 90. I want you guys to write this down, okay? And we want this to happen as soon as possible. The longer it takes for that to happen, or if it doesn't happen, the less I will believe in this rally, okay? The less I will believe in this rally, although this rally is looking beautiful right now, okay? But again, it could be a dead cat bounce, and I will talk about that in a little bit. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like it had a capitulation. Yes, a capitulation. We want Bitcoin now to trade above right here. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. We want Bitcoin to trade above 93,800 500. We want it to trade above this level right here. And then we want it to trade above this level here. Let me give you a couple of more levels here. Right there. Oh, God. This is so difficult. Okay, right there. And then we want to trade above here. So we want to trade above 95,000, above 102,000, which will put us above the 15-day. And then we want to trade above the year-to-date VWAP, which is most importantly, and the 200. And we want this rally to happen almost instantly. You see how this doesn't get into this? We want it to continue. It's already above this area. We don't want the low to get into this, and we want to just see a parabolic move. The fact that we bottomed out on high volume like this, and volume was higher than it's been all for as far back as I can remember. Yes, that looks like a shakeout right here. That's a shakeout right there, folks. Whew, look at that. Highest volume we've had in a year almost, or even more. Let's see. Nope. Highest volume we've had since we bottomed out right here in February. So take it for what you will, but that's a pretty good sign of a bottom right here. Nobody likes capitulations more than I do. Okay. That looks like a capitulation right now. Will it be a capitulation? It depends. Is this going to fire up really quickly? I pretty much want to see the same thing on Bitcoin as I do on China. I want a V bounce. I want a V. See how volume was really high here? Not crazy high, but volume was really high here. How it's bouncing up. I want it to continue it on that same trajectory like this. I want to see a V. I want to see a V here. Here, let me show you. Uh, Is this helpful to you guys? Here, I want to see this here. Okay, see, I posted it for you guys, okay? A capitulation, ask me, a capitulation is a bottoming or like where sellers are saying enough. We don't want to sell anymore at this price. We've had it. That's usually what happens. That looks like a capitulation bar right here with volume. But this needs to really, in order for this to validate, this needs to bolt higher, bolt, not like build a consolidation here for 3 days, come down here. This needs to bolt. See how this came down? We need to come up at the same speed. Otherwise, it'll stall right around here and it will turn into this. So we need to see a fast move. We don't want this coming into here. We want this, it's already above. This is already above this. We just want it to continue, okay? Otherwise, if it doesn't continue fast, it'll just fizzle out here and continue making lower lows. So we do need to see it. But the fact that this bar looks like a hammer and that this like a hammer with a big wick and the volume is higher than it's been in February is telling me we have a capitulation, at least for now. Now, will it hold? I don't know. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. So we talked about bond market, but see this right here? This is very important. This needs to trade right here. I'm going to draw this for you guys. If I say something is important, here, here. Bonds need to trade above current resistance ASAP. Okay? See how I drew a little circle for you right here? I just posted this for you guys, okay? So you have it so you can so that you guys can understand exactly what I want it here. Not here, I want it here, okay? All right. Do you guys want to give me as I'm talking about the news, do you guys want to give me the catalysts to save us a little time? Let me know if you and yeah, Friday markets are closed at 1 o'clock. So this is going to be a very fragmented week. How do we know in are getting in Bitcoin on the uptrend, or how do we know? Uh, J- Yaakov, send me an email if I didn't answer your question. But you'll know. It has to happen within the next 24, 48 hours. We have to just bolt higher on Bitcoin. All right. John says Chicago, Fed, retail, wholesale, auto tails, trucks, transports. Ooh, you got a lot. Did you happen to mention crypto? Okay, here we go. Richard, chips. I got chips. I got mags. I got crypto, and I got short week. That's what I have. So I have Tesla, which is mags. I have chips. I have crypto. I have consumer discretionary. I have holiday and Japan being closed. Exactly. So I have the same thing, Minnesota. I got chips, mags, crypto, consumer discretionary. Yep, that's what I've got. That's what I've got. I've got chips, tech, Tesla, mags, crypto, consumer discretionary, short holiday, and Japan being closed. Fragmented week. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, John. You're a little I'm more in line with Richard and Minnesota Matt, but we do have some Fed, so I guess we can add that in there as well. Okay. Um, Actually, Rebecca, I got to be honest with you. I think most people do listen. Gold is not a catalyst today. I don't see anything on gold. Now, let me see if I missed something. Remember, I get this at an hour ago. I start looking at this. Alexander updates it all day long, and I look at it only at 7:30 that's when I get this. So let's see if there's anything been added to it. Yeah, chip stocks. So here's what I've got. Mags. Here's mags. So this is how I came up with mine. Okay. And by the way, chips was not there this morning. You could see it right here. Look, see what mine looks like, and see what yours looks like. See the difference? Look, mine looks like this. Yours looks like this because he updates it over an hour. Okay. So cryptos are definitely, they're all up over 1%. Bitcoin is definitely, it's a catalyst. It has, as I mentioned, it had a capitulation. It is definitely in play. Okay. Uh, this is consumer discretionary transports. You could just click it here and you could see it right here. Transport, consumer discretionary, S&P 500. This is a mega cap. This is a mag. And so we got mags, we got chips, we got mags, we got consumer discretionary slash transports, we got cryptos, and then we have the short holiday week, Japan being closing, which is kind of in the same. They're celebrating the holiday today. Okay. All right. So now let me go through all of this real quick here. By the way, folks, just FYI, I will be talking. I will have a VIP room as I usually do this week. I'm expecting this week to be a little calmer than usual for obvious reasons. Usually, there's not much going on this week. I'm going to be very selective this week, but if you guys want to learn about market internals, and you can use market internals for day trading or swing trading. And a lot of folks like Omar use market internals with the Pro Trader dashboard. Some people use it by itself, but I'll show you how to use market internals today for day trading and swing trading. I'll talk about the Master Blaster Disaster Oscillator, the benefit of that, and I'll talk about how to combine my levels, the Master Blaster Disaster Oscillator, and the Alpha Zone Pro together. Okay, we'll talk and we'll talk about why right now why last week options was not the best way to go. I want to explain all this to you guys. Industrial, yes, industrial. I think that stock was industrial too. All right, so that's the link. Here's the link again. I just gave it to you here, and then here's the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show, and Goose is going to be there with Jax today. Don't miss out. They've got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, they got a lot of stuff going on. All right, so let's now talk about this is important this week. This sets the tone for the week. Investors are gearing up for a week of key U.S. economic data amid growing expectations for Federal Reserve interest rate cuts. We're now back at 75%. You could see here we have manufacturing activity. We got short-term bill auctions, but we have GDP on Wednesday, and we have durable goods orders on Wednesday. And again, I think William's son mentioned something about some delayed data coming out today, which would be pretty important too. By the way, I hope you guys downloaded this sheet here. Again, if you haven't downloaded it yet, there it is. That's the earnings for the week. Okay, so low bond yield today. Yes, yield is lower right here. Bonds are higher, which means yield is lower. Remember, they're opposite of each other. Helping stocks. Treasury yield slipped as traders bet that delayed economic reports coming this week would strengthen the case for a Fed rate cut in December. We shall see. We shall see, right? Ross stores climbed 8%. Retail earnings are coming out on fire, folks. That's very, very good for the economy. Earnings have been coming out twice as good as expected. Twice as good as expected. Did really good, really great. And remember, a few days before that, correct me if I'm wrong, TJ Maxx did really well too. At least the stock is on my list, so it must be looking pretty good. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on my list. So earnings are coming out really good, not just good, really good. I know you're all confused saying, well, Roger, what's going on? It's the economy, it's the uncertainty about the economy. Remember something, the stock market is just one segment of the economy, it's not the whole economy. Okay. Oh, you just send me the replay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Goose. I appreciate it. Let me thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So folks, here is Jeff's link to Jeff's class and I will post it on my Telegram channel. This is from this is the replay to Jeff's webinar. Here, let me post this. Replay to Jeff's class I had with him on Saturday regarding gold. It's pretty cool and you will learn a lot about gold by watching this class. Don't miss it. So I posted it on the Telegram channel and I posted it for you guys here. And even if you don't buy anything, please watch it. Just watch it. Jeff talks about gold and Jeff actually knows a lot about gold. If I need to know about cryptos, I go to Jeffrey. If I need to know about gold, I'll go to Jeff Smith. He really does follow commodities. And I do too, but he's really into, like, I'm into stocks now. He's really, really into commodities. Okay, so you guys should have that. Most chip stocks advanced, which was really good, except the one that we needed to advance, which was Nvidia, right? Intuit also did really well. They reported great earnings. Earnings are coming out better than expected. Louis Navalier, which I do follow, he said it's hard to call a bottom to the correction, but if the better bets on December Fed rate cuts come through, we should see a good rebound. I agree with him. Economic data on Friday showed U.S. global manufacturing slightly weaker. I mean, slightly. I hit like 0.10%. Global service rose. So again, the data is not coming back that bad. Okay. And yeah, I'm sure Gustavo will have it for you if you go to customer service live. But I just posted it for you here, and I posted it in my Telegram channel. John Williams said on Friday he sees scope for the central bank to cut interest rates again in the near term as labor market weakens. The labor market is weakening, big time, big time. At the same time, Susan Collins signaled that keeping interest rates on hold would be appropriate for now, as inflation is likely to remain elevated. They're all over the place, aren't they? In addition, Logan said, with two rate cuts now in place, I'd find it difficult to cut rates again in December unless there's clear evidence that inflation will fall faster than expected. Well, that's what this data is supposed to provide us. And from my understanding, and we talked about this before, I think the announcement happens December 10th, if I'm correct, 10th or 12th. And by that time, we should have all the data. Harold says it was a great class. Thank you. Thank you. Good, good. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and post it today, Gustavo. I mean, it was. I think it was a great class. If I do something on the weekends, it must be because I really want to do it, not because I have to. So look at this. We went from 90 here. Look, we went from 97% that Fed were going to lower rate 97% to 47% back to 75%. How? I have no idea, but here we are, 75.5% that they're going to cut rates. If we can keep this moving higher, it will go a long way. Folks, if this ends up here, the odds of the Fed lowering rates in December is almost a done deal. I'm going to repeat that again. If we can get this baby to go right here, the odds of the Fed lowering rates in December will be like in the 85th, 90th percentile, and the market will have no choice but to go higher. In my opinion, and I am entitled to my opinion. Yeah, Lewis is he's a pretty, I know Louis. He's a pretty good guy. All right, I've known him for a long time. As uncertainty around, okay, in the holiday shortened week, we do have a shortened week. Look for a fragmented market. Let's see what we're doing right now. Beautiful. Look at that. Look for a fragmented market, a market that's not operating on all fours. Yes, it'll start as soon as this afternoon. It will start as soon as this afternoon. We got retail sales. We got produce PPI. That's this report right here. Where's the PPI? That's the PPI. But I guess we're getting the PPI that's delayed. And we have the big one is going to be GDP. I'm expecting the market to really die off tomorrow after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. Just it usually does around that time. I'm sure you guys understand holidays. People are traveling, the busiest traveling week of the year. We do have a lot of earnings this week, and that's why I've given you this. We have still have some potential for time. By the way, that last time spread on Gap that we did on Friday, I think it gave us about 50 to 60%, and we still have BBWI that doesn't expire till this Friday. So if the market can rally a little bit, but boom, we'll be in the money. Here's all the earnings for you guys right here. We still have some earnings coming out. We're not done yet. We're not out of the woods just yet. We also have the beige book. When is the beige book coming out? Let's see here. Usually comes out on Tuesday in the afternoon. When is the beige book coming out? Do you guys see the beige book? When is the beige book coming out? Oh, right here. Yeah, Wednesday. I knew it. Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Yeah, there it is. Although after GDP, I don't think this is going to have as big of a. I don't think after durable goods and GDP, this will have a lot to say, but you never know. But again, I don't think we're going to see a lot after noon after Tuesday. Okay, just heads up. How do you play these earnings, Phil? I play them using time spreads, which I'm giving as bonus trades for the last year in the pit. Time spreads, calendar spreads, time spreads. Come into the session today in the VIP room, and I will show you. All right, but we did one on. I don't know if you're in the pit, but it's we do them in the pit. We did one on. We did one on. That's how I trade earnings. I don't trade earnings like everybody else. I trade earnings with time spreads, and they a lot more profitable and a lot better results. My results with these time spreads is close to 90%. And we don't just make 5, 10%. Sometimes we make 100, 200% per trade. Like on Friday, we made over 50% on with very low risk. Okay. And I know a lot of you made money. Who made money on who here made money on Gap? Tell me how you guys did on Gap on the time spread. Let me know. If you got filled on it, let me know how you did on the time spread. I'm curious, okay? I got a lot of thumbs up, but let me know how you guys did on the time spread. If you caught it, if you took obviously if you took the spread. Okay. U.S. holiday will be closed on Thursday in observance of Thanksgiving. And on Friday, I will be in the office. Matt will be in the office. We're closing at 1 o'clock. It's not going to be a very busy day. We usually don't do anything. Okay. And when we do stuff, we usually get ourselves in trouble. I'm just giving you heads up. Um, Europe is up 0.22, not really all that much this morning, as rising expectation of a Fed rate cut in December bolstered sentiment. Investors closely monitor developments on Ukraine. Now, I'm going to just say this really, really quick. This agreement that they're negotiating, it seems like Putin wrote it and just gave it to Trump to pass it on to Zelensky. But the bottom line is, I really don't care at this point. I just want peace. But this agreement is worse than if I mean this agreement is basically telling Ukraine to just give up. I don't see the point of them fighting the last 3 years if all they had to do was sign this agreement, because this agreement is about the same as them giving everything up. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, good, Mary. Good. Mary made money on the pit is one of my top programs. That's where I'm all day long. I'm in the pit. Jeff's gold presentation link is above. I posted it above, and here I'll post it. And it's in the Telegram channel, and it's above. Didn't get filled? Got you, Wesley. I got you. I got you. Yeah, it's all in the pit. All right, Europe is up 0.22. Strength in bank and tech stocks is good. That's what we need. We need tech and bank and China. Reverse earlier losses, close slightly higher. We're getting tailwind from Europe and China. Not from, I mean, from Europe and China, not from Japan. Japan is closed. U.S. officials are holding early talks to allow NVIDIA to sell its H200 chips to China, which is great. I don't know. I have no idea. But if we can keep oil, yeah, if we can keep oil below 60, it'll be really, really good. Omar says two babies, Pit and Pro Trader Dashboard. Yep. Mr. $5 million man overnight should be edgy with wins at sea wins this week. Should be overnight options should be. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. What catalyst we have? We've already talked about the catalyst. Let's talk about the stock market. What is put to call ratio telling us? Let's see. What is put to call ratio telling us? I'm going to post this for you guys. It's starting to get bullish again. This is bullish. Put to call ratio is getting a bit bullish again. Okay, that's good. And notice we couldn't go. We when we went down this last time, we're going. The highs are getting lower, which means sentiment is improving. This is like VIX. You got to treat this like VIX. Okay, see higher high, lower high, lower high. This is like the VIX. When it goes high, the market comes down. Okay, VIX. Let's talk about VIX. Look at where we're at. We're almost where we need to be. Folks, we need to get above this line right here. We need to get below the 200-day moving average as soon as possible. As soon as possible. As soon. Omar, take it easy this week. This is not going to be a strong trend week beyond maybe tomorrow afternoon. Just heads up. This is a good start. This is a good start. I don't want this to revert higher. I want this to break. What I want to see today is I want VIX to break 22 and start coming towards the 19 level. We want to end up right here. Here, I'm going to draw this for you guys. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Here, I'm going to post this for you. Here. VIX coming to the 200-day line would give us a nice big rally. I drew the X for you right here and I posted it for you guys, okay? That's my recipe for success, Omar. I just broke 50,000. I am retired and trade small without PDDs. I would be lost. On the gap trade, I made 42%. Broadcon, good. Yeah, see 42%, but they're good. They're good winners. And the one we lost money on, we still have till this Friday for SWSKS to come back up. BBWI, sorry, BBWI. We still have 5 full days to make our 16 cents back. Yeah, Omar is killing it. Richie's, a lot of people are killing it. They just ask me not to repost or they just don't send me stuff. But this is good. We're moving in the right direction. This is lower than this. This is lower than this. And this is already here. We need this to come down here. Okay. We are now above. Remember how this went below the 50th percentile for a day or two? We're now above the 50th percentile again on the S&P 100, even on the Russell 1000. This is better than it was when we were last time at these levels. So we're starting to come up. Short term, we're still very underwater, but long term, we are above 50th percentile. The Dow is at 60th percentile, NASDAQ 151. Anything over 50th percentile is telling us the market does not want to give up. The market does not want to give up. Okay, so this is a good comeback. And also, remember what I told you last week. Remember the analogy that I gave you last week that you're on an elevator. You think the elevator's on the 20th floor, but the elevator's really just a foot from the ground. You just don't know it yet. And I explained that to you last week when I showed you the Head and Shoulders and how we're already at the bottom. And I showed you how this is the bottom right here. I drew this for you on Friday, and before the market opened. Look at what the low was on Friday and Thursday. Look at that. Right there. See that? We bottomed right at the 100-day. So if you took the distance between this and the neckline and transposed it down, it would come here, which means the target is right here. So people started panicking when we were right here, but I explained that we don't really have that much. Do you guys remember this? This didn't happen like a year ago. This just happened last 72 hours ago. Do you guys remember that? Where I told you don't panic. I gave you the analogy. I said you're in an elevator. The elevator can go up to the 20th floor. There's no windows in the elevator. You don't know what you're seeing. You think the elevator's stuck and it's going to fall, but when the elevator door opens, you realize you're just a few feet from the ground. Do you guys remember I told you that on Friday and Thursday? I want to make sure you guys remember that I'm not like I'm not losing my mind and speaking to myself. Okay. All right. And I showed you that on RSP right here. Remember I drew this neckline and I drew it right here on the QQQ and I drew it on SMH. That's what this is right here. And by the way, look at the low. Was I wrong? How low did we go? Technical analysis, folks, basic technical analysis. Yeah, that's what I was. Oh, you do remember. Okay. All right. Good. 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 Did it help you not did it help you not panic on Friday? And by the way, was I right? Don't panic. This was going into Friday. I said we're not coming up from here. We're already here. You remember this was all Friday, guys. This wasn't that long ago. I said a lot of people are panicking right now, and you shouldn't panic. The elevator has been already going down for quite some time. If it breaks down, it's going to break down. You're going to be right off the ground. You guys remember that? Even Raleigh learned from you. Remember? Yes, it helped. Okay, good. Well, that's what happened. And my low. Look at my predictions. This was the low right here. Look at how close we came. And look what we happened. We bounced up right away. Even Friday, we bounced up. Okay. Good, 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 good. Yes, we need to recoup 60% of the candle. But what I also said before that, Eduardo, was we're not falling from the 20th story. Momentum levels have been going down for quite some time. We're already below 49. You remember on Friday, we're already at 49%. We're already overextended here. I don't think we have that much more to go. Well, this is the elevator. This is you being in the elevator right here. And this is you thinking that you're going to fall from the 20th floor. And you fall and you go from here to here. Isn't that exactly what happened on Friday? That's right, exactly, Chris. Yes, yes. Thank you. I don't remember exactly the words I used, but you know, it was an analogy. Basically, you open the elevator and you're like 6 feet from the ground or like 6 inches from the ground, whatever. Look, this is going into Friday. This is Thursday where everybody thought the world was going to crash. And there's your low right here, from here to here. There's your big elevator drop right here, from here to here. You did, yeah. Falling 10 feet break. Yeah, you see what that's what I was saying. A lot of people were acting like we're falling from here, but we've been going down. We've been going down this whole time. So to me, this was just a capitulation at the 100-day moving average. Let's hope it holds. Okay, so put the call ratio is moving in the right direction. It's moving fast towards the bulls, which is good. Volatility needs to break this 2264 level and come down to 19. I'll be watching it all day today like a hawk. I just want to make sure that I'm not losing my mind, and I did say it. Momentum levels are stabilizing. They're stabilizing. The number of stocks, the type of stocks that are moving higher, look, retail, home builders, communication. Hey, that's interest rate sensitive. Now, technology, hard tech is still here because of chips, but this is a move in the right direction. I wanted to see home builders. I wanted to see retail. I want to see mid caps. I want to see Russell 2000 here because look a week ago. Russell 2000, mid caps, semiconductors. We were here. Let me go back to last week. This is like last Wednesday. Okay. So Wednesday, look at Wednesday. Home builders, Russell 2000, retail, mid cap. They're all here last Wednesday. Now look at it today. Home builders, communication, retail, real estate, mid cap, Russell 2000. See how interest rate sensitivity is starting to come up? That will pull consumer discretionary, semiconductors, because earnings are over. That will pull the rest of these higher if we go higher, okay? I was so close to doing a freak out liquidation. Remember I told you, don't panic. Don't panic. PF, I told you Friday, don't panic. Large explanation with lines from head to term in the floor, but I could not find recording. Yeah, Bu, it's in the, yeah, here, look. You go to YouTube. I got to get out of here pretty soon too. But I'm not in a rush. I don't have any major positions I need to close. You go here, you type in Roger Scott, right? You know my name. You type in Roger Scott. You click this mug right here. And you go to the live tab. This is this morning. This is Friday afternoon. This is Friday morning. This is Thursday afternoon. It's all right here recorded. Here you go. There you go. It's all right there. I just posted a link for you. Here, I'll post it here. If you guys, here, if you guys want to watch replay of morning show or VIP room, this is the link. You should save it for future. Okay, I just posted it for you guys in the Telegram channel, but it's right there. Okay, it's right there. By the way, folks, give us some thumbs up and let us know if you love us. Now, remember I told you we have to keep an eye on how many stocks are breaking out 20-day highs. Let me refresh your memory. So this is coming into today. Let's go coming into Friday. What this look like? 53, and look at this. See how it's 111? Watch. 574. Do you guys remember what I told you on Friday? I told you on Friday when this number gets to 500, we're overextended and we need to go higher, which is again when I was telling you about how we're already on the first floor. We're not on the 20th floor. Look at it today. Yes, I said it. And by the way, if you guys don't believe me, please, I'm begging you, review the video on Friday where I talked about how we're not on the 20th floor, how I took the head and shoulder and put the neckline down, how I told you how this is going to go down, how we're over 500, we're overextended to the downside. Yes, all of this was said to you on Friday. All of this was said to you on Friday. Yes, there'll be deals on Black Friday. Yes. Do you guys remember me showing you this on Friday and saying we're overextended to the downside? I wouldn't be panicking here. Elevator, 20th floor, first floor. Well, we only have 111 stocks. Look at the upside. We have 149 to 111. This is the first time in a week and a half or 2 weeks where we have more stocks breaking to the upside than downside, making 1 month high. So we went, check this out. Check this out. This is Friday. Watch this. This is what it looked like on Friday, okay? 53 to 574, okay? And look at how we look today. 149 to 111. 500 to 50, 149 to 111. I did. I talked about all of this. I did. No cockroaches and no, don't get credit. There's no credit crunches. So do you guys see that? And yes, I did talk about it. One is a cash settled, one is an index. One is an index, one is tradable ETF. Ed, one is tradable ETF, one just has options. They both track each other, and one is 10 times bigger than the other. So you see how, look at the difference. This is coming into Friday. Look at this. 53, 574. This is coming into today, 149 versus 111. That's beautiful. What about 90-day highs? We're over 100 again. What about 90-day lows? 50. You want to see where this was on Friday? It's going to be ugly. 388. From 388 stocks making a 3-month low to 50. Don't you love watching this? This is, and you can't, this doesn't, I mean, this, I can't manipulate this. This is just, I'm going back Friday to today. I think I've given you guys a pretty darn good analysis if you were here last week coming into today. If you guys appreciate this and like this, give us a thumbs up right here and make sure you're watching at 1080p. Okay? But I did really say all these things on Friday. Okay? I did say all these things on Friday. I did. Okay, let's talk technicals now. Let's talk technicals. SPY. The SPY is right at the 8-day moving average, but it's below the 50-day line. I'm going to make a prediction right now. If the bond market trades right here, the SPY is going to trade above the 50-day moving average. If the bond market backs down, the SPY will rally for another day or so and will come up here and will start falling right back down. I know I did. So we're right at the 8-day EMA. We want to see a very fast recovery. The next major resistance here is going to be the 50-day, year-to-date VWAP, a quarter-day VWAP, and the 15-day. And this line I drew for right here. So there's a lot of resistance, just like the bond market. But if we can overcome and come on this side, then I think the stock market will come over here. It needs a catalyst right now. Right now we're pinched between the 100 and the 50. So we got to be really, really careful here. Equal weighted SPY. Equal weighted SPY doesn't look great at all. Tech looks good. Equal weighted SPY does not. Equal weighted SPY looks like it wants to consolidate here. What I want to see is a breakout here. The problem is you got the 50-day, year to a quarter-day VWAP, 100-day moving average, and the 15-day. So I'm not holding my breath, and I would expect after the open today for us to make a higher, us to come down a little up and then come down and make a higher high than this. Overall, I'm okay with this, but I prefer a little more upside. I like what I'm seeing here in the NASDAQ, but again, we're just now starting to come up. If we go higher, we have a hell of a lot more to go. But again, I'm nervous that we're going to get pinched right here. I'm nervous we're going to get pinched right here. Here, let me write this for you. Here. Apply. If bonds do not do what I wrote above, the market is going to have a tough time getting above the 50-day moving average. Capiche? On every index. That's the 50-day moving average on the QQQ. It's at 607. On the SPY, you too, John. You too. On the SPY, that level is 669, 670. On SMH, by the way, SMH also, this looks like a nice bounce, but this has to have legs. That's a pretty strong move to negate. So, folks, we're not out of the woods just yet. I want you guys to understand that. The bond market, okay? SMH, we need to get above the 50-day moving average, 340, 341. And then we need to get above this bar right here. Really bad. Like really, really bad. Right here. Right there. Need to get above this line. First here, second there. If we don't get above all of this very quickly, when I mean very quickly, hopefully by the end of this week, we're gonna stagnate here. So this is a very, very, very important time. A very, very important time for the market. All right, let me give you intraday levels, some stocks, and then I got to get out of here. And again, I will be talking in the VIP room today about how to use my levels, how to use market internals, really valuable stuff, very valuable stuff. Folks, is this keeping you out of trouble? At least a little bit, I'm hoping. All right, let's SPY, delete. Got to keep an eye on this. There's a lot of resistance here. That's twice it tried to break this and it couldn't. Okay. Yeah, those are good levels right there. Very nice. Looks like we have a lot of trading range today. Okay. Post these for you. Tremendous help. Good. Excellent. I don't know if you can keep out of trouble in life, but the market, yes. Well, that's hey, at least we're halfway there. All right. SPY levels. And I'll be talking about all this today in the pit, I promise. Okay, let's do mags. Here, let's just delete all of this. Let's make this bigger. What am I doing? All right. A little fragmented overnight here. All right. Let's see. Okay. My suggestion would be more to follow the SPY and the bigger indexes. They have less random trading action during overnight than the mags. Let's do QQQ levels. QQQ. Erase all. Let's do this. The high is very significant because it bounced already twice off of that level. 3 times actually. All right, that'll do it. QQQ levels. Let's do SMH levels. It means the next couple of days it needs to get up there, Mike. It needs to get up there as soon as possible. And remember, folks, if we have less trades this week or less stuff going on, it's not because I'm lazy or I'm busy. It's because I'm watching out for you. I can come up with a trade. I can come up with maybe 10 trades every minute if I really wanted to. That's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to keep you out of trouble, which I think I'm doing a pretty good job of, actually. All right. Got some H levels. And let's do bonds, right? See, bonds are going higher right now. That's great. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see bonds going higher. Okay, that's good. Clean, nice and clean. The only ones that look a little fuzzy are mags. Mags look like there was too much I wouldn't follow the mags nearly as much as I would follow all the others. Just my 5 cents. And then let me do Russell 2000 for you, which I actually don't really use, but I know some of you do. I'm not a big Russell 2000 trader. Never was. Probably will have to be one soon if small caps start really moving. There we go. Yeah, there's definitely a window there. No, that's more than enough. Okay. You don't want to curve fit this thing. All right. Russell 2000 levels. All right. We got the levels. Your 5 cents is worth $500. 500. Thank you. I appreciate that. Remember, guys, Bob, remember there's less people here this week. Less people here this week. Okay. Let me give you small caps, and then I'll give you my stocks, my large caps that I'm looking at. Remember, we're only doing these small caps for another month or so, and then we're going to launch the service. So you're getting a bunch of freebies right now. And when we launch the service, we're obviously not going to be asking you guys to keep track of these levels. I'll have a Telegram channel. But, ooh, that looks good. Let's write this down. ENLV above 185. No. JXG above $7. CJET 325. No. Oh yeah. ATON above 478. Oh my. GELS. Oh, this one looks good. Real good. Above 140. Uh, no, like that one. No, no, don't like that one. I'll tell you what. ZJK above 295. That's it. All right, let me write it for you. We don't go very far. We just go just till this morning. That's all we do. So here, ENCV, ENLV. Oh, actually, I think George wrote them all out. Thank you, George. You got everything except ZJK greater than 295. The rest here ZJK can't write above 295. There we go. Yes, thank you. You guys got them all. Yeah. Yeah, here's gels. It's right there. There's gels right there. It's already up 38%. Okay. All right. Let me give you guys large caps that I'm looking at today that are on my watch list, and that'll be it for me. Be careful of the short side today. There's not much momentum to the short side. We're definitely looking higher, but again, if we see some shorts, we'll know there's some movement there. Like right here, the market's up. Look at Oracle. It's down right now. That's a good sign for a short. It's easy to find good shorts when markets are going up. Roblox, PRDO. Not enough volume for OSCS. Not enough volume for OSCS. No, not enough volume. I looked at that one too, Rebecca. Not enough volume. Okay, PRDO, KSPI. This is an interesting one. Nice breakdown here. Netflix. And by the way, if you want Netflix on the cheap, see how it's down. The market tech is up. Look, tech is up 200 points, and Netflix, Oracle, and Roblox are all down. That's a very good sign for these shorts. By the way, if you like Netflix but you want a cheaper version, NF NFXL. Here. This is a cheap Netflix for you. NFXL, $40. Okay, follows Netflix but only $40. Okay, NFXL. CELH. He had a bad interview, huh, Brian? Okay, good to know. See how it's gently breaking the 200, the year-to-date VWAP? Okay, we want to see real weakness here. Spotify. Let's look at Spotify. Nice breakdown. Bouncing today. I like the ones that are not bouncing today, but we'll see that after the market opens. And SPR, Spirit Airlines. Looks like it's on the toilet. The Spirit Airlines. Okay. Making some notes. All right, let's look at the long side. I like General Motors. I like General Motors. I like AbbVie. I know we've never heard of this stock before, right? This was, by the way, our last loss that we've taken in the pit, which was over a month since early October. That's the last official trade loser that we had in the pit out of the losing trades. I mean, out of the official trades, almost 2 months ago. EXPD's looking good. FTV. This is really great for blocking things coming into your mic, and also it's a great nose scratcher. This stock is starting to up. I wouldn't touch it yet, but if you like to call bottoms, this would be a good bottom that's moving higher. I wouldn't touch this. It isn't looking bad, but I wouldn't touch it. That's my first long. I mean, that's my third long, fourth long. Here's another one. Agilent. This one is looking good. I'm going to erase that FTV. I'm going to erase it. How about that? Agilent, A, TMO, too much information. That's what I called this stock, too much information. Looking beautiful. Nice A line right here. FDX, FedEx, transports. Transports were actually pretty strong on Friday, by the way. I'll take a look at Tesla in just a second, Matt. If you give me a second, I'll look at it before I leave. This is setting up pretty good if it gets above this level right here, Rockwell. STE. I'm going to be late for work. That's a nice A line right there, guys. It's a really nice A line. STE, UHS still looks good. And I will look at Tesla. I'm curious myself. This is great. The reason I didn't trade this last week was one reason only. The spreads on the options were too wide, and I didn't want you guys to get screwed. I think I might have even wrote that in the Google. Yes, I still like Google for a day trade only. Remember last week, Google? I gave this to you in the pit. Should have held it overnight. Whew, would have been up 11, another 4%. Should have, could have, would have. TJ Maxx. But we did good. We got about 60%, 50, 60% overnight on Google. TJ Maxx, remember, earnings were great here and on Ross Store. Let's look at Ross Store real quick. Whew, a little too much. Don't chase this, too overextended. Day trade this, but don't swing trade this. DHR. Yeah, Clyde always scratches his nose on this. DHR, and let's look at Tesla real quick. You wanted me to look at Tesla? I'm going to look at Tesla. Tesla looks like shit. Tesla is pinched between the 100 and the 50, and it's consolidating. This is what I'm afraid. So, folks, this is what I'm fearful that is going to happen with the U.S. stock market if we don't jump up pretty quick. See, look. So here's Tesla, right? Look at the SPY. See how we're pinched between? That's why I want this to break out fast and hard, or it's going to look like Tesla. It's just going to consolidate between those two areas, the 50 and the 100. So I want to see a V bounce, which is why I'm saying we need to see the bond market right here to give the stock market a little bit of a boost so we can have a bounce and get out of this area. Otherwise, it's going to start looking like Tesla. See, this is what the stock market looks like right now. Like that. See this? We don't want to see that. We want this to bounce up fast. Thank you for bringing it up. It was a good example. Walmart, let me look at Walmart. And I really do have to get out of here. I've been with you guys for an hour and 20 minutes this morning. Walmart, not right now. No, Walmart needs to get above this area. Although it's not looking bad, it needs to get above this area. It looks like it wants to come down. And usually Walmart will sell off when speculative stocks go up. And right now, speculative stocks, the NASDAQ is on fire. Folks, I think today we'll have a nice bullish day. Be careful, it's Monday. Mondays tend to be fragmented. So what may happen is this. We may gap up and just not go anywhere. And that's okay as long as we don't go down. Keep your eye. Don't worry about the stock market. Don't worry about the stock market. It'll take care of itself. Worry about VIX coming here and worry about the bond market getting above this 90 area right here. If that happens, the stock market will take care of itself. I promise you. Those are the two things we need to pay attention to right now. VIX coming off right here. And as I mentioned, the bond market, the stock market will take care of itself. I got to get out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful travel week. You like the dog analogy from last week? Saved you a lot of money on Nvidia. Good. Folks, have I been keeping you guys out of trouble? If so, give us a thumbs up, post some nice feedback, send me a nice email. Be careful this week. This is not a week to be a hero. A lot of you are going to be bored, doing nothing, looking for FOMO. Don't. This is not the week. Take a walk instead. This is not a week to get FOMO. There's very specific things need to happen to the structure of this market fast. Otherwise, the market is going to start looking like Tesla. Okay? Bye, guys. Have a great day. Remember, VIP room, customer service live, everything, all the good stuff starts at 10 a.m. and the VIP room starts at noon. And Gustavo, if you don't mind, post the link to my VIP room in your channel like at 11:30, if you don't mind doing that. Have a happy turkey, everybody. I'll be around all week. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not traveling. I'm not doing anything. My kids, my daughter's coming in tonight. I haven't seen her in 4 months. I'm just going to hang out and spend time with my family and Matt and Clyde. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Thanks. Be careful. Be careful. Stay out of trouble. Be careful this week, especially